Raider Nation, what's up? How is everybody doing? I haven't seen anybody in a while. How I look, how I sound? Can you guys hear me? I gotta lower my TV real quick. What up, everybody? How you guys doing? I haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks. Think the last show I was on was with my boy Low. He got to me and it was like all of a sudden thought, hey, let's do this live. But don't really get the itch to do anything. Props up to anybody that's doing shows. I watch you. I'm watching my boy Jeff and Chris and my Jay and all every Severe and all them guys saying what's up. I credit you to have the patience with my boy Chris and all them guys. Raider Nate, all them my dudes to be out there talking. Much credit to have the composure and stamina and conscience to just fucking talk about this team. You guys pretty much know how this live is gonna go. Stogie with gravy once again. Um, got some time, but gonna get to some topics that I've been hearing and we've been talking about. Did a little bit of bitching. There's nothing else to do but bitch about this team. If you guys agree with me or not, but I'm gonna come up with some pretty good things that gravy usually does. But if you guys can hear me, you guys can see me, pretty much I can see myself and everything. I like it like a little blurry and shit, but I gotta let this camera. I haven't used my computer in a grip. Um, I left it out here to cold for a minute, but I guess I'm doing all right. But the thing that what I want to reiterate is what we got to do. What do we have to do? You know, the Raiders. The Raiders are in me. You know, and I don't like doing this shit, but I pretty much first time ever gave up in a way gave up in a way to where it's impossible to see something positive about this team. And I'm gonna go talk about some things and you know and 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 go in depth on what I think the problems are of this team. But and we all know what the problems are, but some things that I hear my some guys say and ladies that we need to you know realize what's going on with the Raider Nation right now. Where it's hard for us to, and I see it. I see us the pissed off, how mad we are, and nothing's being done. We're not gonna really, really, really get anything done. But we are the most passionate fans in football. There's other teams that say they got their. The Raider Nation is the most passionate group forever. I've been involved. I know how your passion is for this team. I know how hard it is to say you that is not good. I know how hard is it to hit saying that when Coach Gravy or anybody is right that from the get was saying negative things about this football team. Some of us know, and some of us don't. What it felt like when we were successful. This is nowhere close. Close. You don't even see promise. Our normal guys like Brock Bowers, impact right off the bat, great catch last game. But the game was like what this Chargers game. I was supposed to go to this game with my guys. Gabe lives. I don't know if Gabe was there. But we have pretty much has said, fuck talking about this team. I respect everybody that's doing it. I love your shows. And I rarely see people on shows saying red, yelling that out. You know, Why aren't we passionate about this team right now? Are we not happy? I know we're not happy, and I know a lot of us are unhappy. But trying to find way, nitpicking, reaching to find ways that this team has promise. There is no promise for this team. By the time we even get good, because we don't have that type of guys. And I'm going to start it right here. Let's do this in categories. Let's say, we our owner. There is nothing that's going to happen, and I'll get to my chat. I got some people coming up in here now. Uh, our owner is what it is. You can't expect our owner to sell the team. He's making a boatload of money, and he's given us basically everything that they wanted. The thing that Mark Davis doesn't really understand is the management, the management of the team. Who is responsible for what on this football team, right? And you could tell the tail signs are there. And we'll start with that. We'll start with that. And I want the input of all you guys. But first, I want to say, hey, welcome to Coach Gravy show, Stogie show. Felt like having a stogie this morning, having some great coffee. Good morning to all you that's out there getting that work done. I hope your Thanksgiving was beautiful and wonderful. Mine was. I had my kids here, and it was great. Got my grub on. Ate way too much, but I hope everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving. And the holiday season is here. I love this part of the season. I ain't gonna let the Raiders bring me down. I'm done with that. But I gotta talk to you people on how I feel. Okay. What up, Robert Pena, man? A moderator on this show, sticking out with us and saying, what's up? Auntie Six, my dude. What's up, man? How you doing? One of the guys that's getting ready to possibly win a fantasy. Big ups to you, man. Have a good lunch. You're on lunch already, or this early in the morning, probably doing that gravy. All right. That graveyard shift. Jason Downs, what's up, man? Always love seeing you guys out there. Listen to you. Raider Dev 75. Ain't seen you, Missy, in a while. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. Good to see you. Raider Dev and all them causing at each other. No glimmer, no hope. Sad to say, Dev. Dev, I ain't seen you around. I see you on a couple of shows in the chat, but it's tough. But that's the way you feel. That's the way everybody feel. I love this team. It's in me. But talking bad about it, you have no choice. And I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Coach Gravy don't do that. I know football, and what I'm seeing, the display is bad. Even though it's the pros, and I'm not even at that level, it's bad. But we were talking about the upper management of this team, starting from the owner. If you're here and you're talking about, oh, Mark Davis has to sell the team, he ain't gonna do that. You all know that. Mark Davis don't have nothing else to do. And you can say he makes money on this WNBA shit, but they consistently lose money as a league whole. He might win championships, might get some money, but his breadwinner is football. That's all he knows how to do. That's all he does. So he ain't going nowhere. You want to you stay a millionaire, stay a billionaire, right? Who would do that? Who would leave this shit? But it's just weird, bro. It's tough. First, get the front office in line. Multiple changes to the front office affect us more than changing coaches. It will. I don't give a shit. Coaches come and go. They go, they'll leave, they'll do all kinds of shit. We traded a fucking coach. So it doesn't really matter to me who it matters who coaches the team and what type of philosophy we got. I'm with Pete Carroll, but Pete Carroll has way too much power right now. That's what we're gonna get down the line. Okay. We don't have a player person. We don't have a president. Our president is as a financial person, is a person that brings money to the team. We don't have uh, a person making decisions over minding the GM. Our GM is not even GMing in my book. And but it's obviously there, right? It's obviously there. Went up to my boy Jeff, man, up early this afternoon, 9, 10, 11. It's noon over there. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Good to see you, bro. Been watching your shows, man. Doing a real good job. I I can't do that, bro. I'll just be the I'll just be the fuck. I'll just be the bad apple of everybody talking. But because it's just how I feel when I think about this team. There's no president, you know. Then we have our GM. They're going down the line. We have our GM, and I'm sure there's just associate assistants or whatever. And the GM is not GMing. You could tell, you know. I've said numerous times that Telesco didn't really get the chance of. None of our GMs has hired coaches. Think about the last four GMs we've had. Did they hire their coaches? One came in as a team. John Gruden got his guy. It can't be that way. It's We're the only team that's consistently doing that shit. And what results do we have of it? The thing is that Mark Davis respects the Pete Carrolls, the John Gruden aura, respect. The thing they have about them. I really don't know the word for it, but he's listening to different people. And I think Tom Brady ain't got shit to do with this fucking football team. I don't see it. And Tom Brady, when does his resume say that he's a executive type person? He has a lot of money and put into a team. I was hearing people say that it was his decision to fucking fire Chip Kelly. How in the fuck did this guy make a decision the next day when the Raiders are playing and he's over there calling a game the same fucking time the Raiders are? How what the fuck is he seeing? Well, how he doesn't have anything to say. We say that. Oh well, Tom Brady. What makes you think Tom Brady is a fucking good decision maker? Obviously, he's not. But we say, oh, he's just staying back watching this shit. Nah, nah, he ain't doing none of that. He's just making money off the Raiders. That's what he's doing. Because how could you own a team and be just like everybody else, right? You got to concentrate on if you're making decisions, you got to be there, bro. He's not there. He's not there. He's not. He's calling other fucking games when we're playing, and he's the one that said, "Oh, Chip Kelly's out." I don't believe that shit, and you better not too, because there ain't nobody that said that. Nobody has said you see it, but I bet you people go to them shows and they'll say, "Nah, I didn't hear it from somebody." And people said that it was Tom Brady's job. You know who's running that team? Pete Carroll's running that team. He's the GM. He's a president, a player personnel. He's all that shit in one, and that's the problem. That's our problem, folks. And it ain't. It's a spinning record of every other guy's show. I don't know. People are saying, "No, it's Brennan Carroll." That's Pete Carroll's problem. It's Chip Kelly. That's Pete Carroll's problem. Pete Carroll hired Chip Kelly, and I know for a fact Chip Kelly is not like that. Give him a little bit of leeway here with what he was fucking working with and what Pete Carroll put in front of him. Spike Tech, Spike Tech can't even do what he wants to do. Look at it's a pattern. Look at a fucking foresight Pete Carroll fucking connection. The fucking wide receiver, Pete Carroll. I was with that in the beginning of free agency. I was with that. Every decision that's being made has Pete Carroll all over it. Does this look like Patrick Graham's? Patrick Graham's defense sucks anyways, but Pete Carroll is all over this. The dudes are strapped. The dudes are strapped. It's the same thing. as McDaniels, but is Pete Carroll a nice guy? He's a nicer dude. He's a coach's guy. We don't need that bullshit no more. It needs a clean. It needs a good clean. That's what it needs. Pete Carroll is not going to change his ways. And it starts with Mark Davis. The respect Mark Davis has, the respect that Mark Davis has for guys like John Gruden and you know the McDaniels, the even though what we might think of McDaniels is he's respected in the NFL. Look what he's doing right now. So and Pete Carroll's amongst one of the best coaches ever coached in the NFL, right? But you can't not give them the latitude to say, all right, you can get your guys spike pick kickback and let them make the decisions. But it's fun and messing us up. Spike's younger. He knows the development of these guys. Pete is stuck in his old ways. Ain't no changing. Ain't no changing with this shit. It's done. My boy Jeff says Brady will have a true impact on this team until he steps down from Fox. Exactly what I said. How are we saying, or even anybody? I hear it all the time, Jeff. I don't know you, but there you go, Deb. Pete has Tom Brady has to. He's not involved in this, but people try to sag him in there to bring a bright spot, to bring a little fire under everybody's ass, probably to get clicks and say, well, Tom Brady. This was Pete Carroll was Tom Brady's guy, and now you're hearing that um, Tom Brady didn't like Pete or didn't want Pete. Then who do you want then? Who did Pete Carroll want? I mean, who did Tom Brady want? Oh, Cam Miller. Are you telling me that Tom Brady, the success of the Raiders, would want Cam Miller to fucking be here? If Tom Brady was winning this team, we would have got the best quarterback out there, and damn sure wouldn't have got Geno Smith. We don't even know if Tom Brady really wants to fucking be involved in his team. Mike Guerrero, my boy, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for being here with me. I'll get to the chat, man. Behind, I've been ranting. This is what this is—a big old smoking stogie rant, bitching about the fucking Raiders. That's what it is. Brady is not going to succeed his ownership. He's going to be another Michael Jordan when he take over majority ownership of the Hornets. There it goes. What up, Rosetown? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for being here with Coach Gravy Show. Right now, he's not doing it. It could be just a dude that wants to own a team, wants to get his play and ownership. He ain't gonna make decisions. He doesn't need to make decisions on his team. He doesn't have a resume of making decisions, probably on defenses. He knows what the fuck a Tampa 2 is or fucking quarters or any of this other shit. He could dissect that real quick, but as far as fucking personnel, he don't know shit. Nothing. Nothing. So what we're saying is trying to bring a we'll let Brady make the decisions. Well, fuck no, he ain't doing it now. And damn sure he ain't concentrating on his football team. Is that what you want? We know more about this football team than probably Brady does. Mm. We know about this football team more than Brady does. Because how in the hell you could be restricted to talk about another team to your team? Because he's doing games just about with everybody we played with against, right? The game that I was watching was a Dallas game because I was in there with my wife. I went to go take a piss because the Raiders and Dallas were playing at the same time. It was two different games. It wasn't the Dallas game. I think it was the game before Dallas. And he was calling that Dallas game, and we played them next, and we lost. We got beat by Dallas. So he ain't got no input. Put that together. Put that shit together. Everybody saying what's up to each other. What up, Rodrigo? What's up, man? I would sacrifice my last born child to the football gods to get this team right. I know you won't, but I understand what you mean. It's tough. It looks like it's tough for you, Rodrigo, because we can't talk no shit. You know, everybody talking shit about us. I still wear my Raider stuff. I can't wear it to work, but I still bang my shit, bro. But I can't talk no shit. I haven't talked shit about the Raiders like individual wins and stuff in a long time. But check this out. We're probably we're probably gonna lose to the whole NFC East. We're in a good position. I don't think we're gonna beat the Giants. We haven't won a fucking game in the AFC West in almost 2 years. What are we? 0-10? That 0-10? And the only person that we could blame is fucking Mark Davis. Well, that's executive. What about what about Tom Brady? He's not involved in this. We think he's so much into this fucking team, picking players and picking fucking quarterback practice squad guys. You think Tom Brady's like that? He making decisions on firing fucking coaches? How in the hell does he know what Chip Kelly's doing when he's over here calling games for when he's there for fucking 4 days getting ready to fucking call a game? He needs to, if he's a real owner and a real Raider, he needs to get rid of that fuck shit. I ain't gonna pass out 2 million, 200 million bucks. But I'm sure he's making his little 10% or whatever what the Raiders make. We're talking billions of dollars. Now, what I'm hearing now is people they let's boycott the Raider games and let's not go and Mark will see that and all that shit. Okay, that's fine and dandy. You can say that. But I ain't gonna deprive someone of their Raiderism. I got my Raiderism, and I've been around the Raiders a long time. But if you're a youngster and you haven't seen this team fucking win at all, then do that. But I've seen this team win. I know what it's like to be happy. We're happy just getting a fucking first down and shit. Or getting a third down conversion because it don't happen. This last game, I'll give it a stat: two first third down conversions. Two. We're gonna have that second pick, Rosetown saying. John Studios, what's up, bro? How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? 10 straight losses in the division. Says it all with 10. 0-10 in the fucking AFC West. That's embarrassing. Is that a record? Is that a record? Because it has to be. It's something. There ain't no team lost 2 years in a row. That's firing shit. And sitting here saying, "Oh, we'll give him another chance." I'm done with that. Of getting another coach year after year, and you ain't it, then fucking keep doing it because stability is bullshit with the Raiders. It is. It is. I'm at the point, and I didn't say this. I thought AP was bad, but this fucking shit is bad, worse. Everybody, get the fuck out. Everybody. I'm not lying. That's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. And I don't hear enough of it. It's like we're used to it. And then we go from the upper people, and when we go from the GM. Our GM is not GMing. Our GM is not doing what he's supposed to do. And then he don't get none of this blame either. He fucking said he's strapped to where he has to listen to Pete Carroll. It shouldn't be that way. Fuck all these respected coaches that used to do shit back in the day. Let's get a young dude that's gonna get this team and do it his way and give it fucking time to do it. I'll wait for that. If I show effort and and want to get rid of these motherfuckers we have now, and then strip it down and get new guys and start off with some good young free agents, some good young, not has been backup motherfuckers that we got. Now, believe it or not, we're happy. We're saying that the guys that we have on are balling out. We say and Landon Roberts is balling out. Eric Stokes is balling out. I can't believe because he's good. He's doing shit for our team. Eric Stokes won't start on any of other fucking team at corner ever. No, ever. Somebody got hurt, and that's what he was. That's what he was. Career backup. But we think he's balling. Todd Blue Kelly is what he is. You know, this progress that we're doing or process that we're doing right now is gonna fuck up guys like Darian Porter, Jack Bash. I wasn't really a Dante Thornton guy, so why is our offensive line the way it is? Okay, these are the same dudes we had last year. Most of them, they're flip flop positions. They flip flop positions, but I don't think that nothing has changed. Nothing has changed with that offensive line. We got new guys. We got new guys. What happened? We got new guys that wanna that we want to play and give them the opportunity to get some time in and do all this. Fuck it. I don't want to see that. Okay, we'll get down to it. The Rodgers got 17 plays, right? We had 45 plays offensively total. Thank you, Mike, for hit the like button if you like what I'm spitting right now. Thank you very much, Mike. Here we go. Get the O line, defensive line fixed. Quarterback 2027. I'm quarterback now, Mike. I differ that, bro. I want the quarterback now. Now, let me tell you this. Every coach knows, or someone that coaches football knows that you got to have at least 55 plays to win a football game. Look and see how many times the Raiders did that. That's one of the first things I look at, right? And I hear people say, as much as I respect the dude, what everybody is, well, mostly every content creator as a Raiders right now, they're saying, "Oh, Sanjeev said that he had a this did it." Sanjeev also said that Kappa was a great pickup. I remember that. I'm not saying that his show is whack. He's a great. He has the people on his show for a reason. He does a good job. He has a great job. So I go to him for information too. But 17 plays is not a gauge. And I'm not the type of guy to say, throw him in there. We don't have nothing to lose. All we have to lose is lose. So that just tells me that you're just deal with losing. I'm not gonna sit here and say lose. But if you're not ready from the beginning, do all that shit you did. Either you were overdrafted, which Rodgers was, because Rodgers was a fifth round grade, and we got him in the third round. And he played tackle. He played tackle, and we want to move him to guard. So some so our thing now, which is crazy, think about this. Okay, we're getting guys and moving them into different positions. That right there is a sign it ain't gonna work out. The dude don't ever play guard, but we're moving him to guard. But none of us seen that. We just want the guy in there. He's doing a transition that takes a lot of time. No wonder the fool wasn't in the game early in the season. Leaky, what's up, man? I forgot it. I didn't see you, bro. I see Rodrigo. I said, what's up to you, bro? Shout out to the 20 up in here. Capital Great Pickup is crazy. He's out here getting pushed around. Yeah, he's an older guy. He was a Pro Bowl guy to get. I ain't mad about that, though. They tried, but the picks and being cool with it. And I understand that, hey, man, we were the chance passing, pass block, and run block are two different categories here, right? And we're 31st in both. I don't know who in the fuck is 32nd. I don't see any other team with a worse offensive line than us. Fuck, we gave up 16 sacks in 2 games, 15 sacks in 2 games. So I'm not. I don't understand how we could border ourselves and say, oh, yeah, we're gonna be all right. Nah, it needs to be cleaned up. And Rogers was on a college team scheme. Chip Kelly ain't there no more. His college team, where they go, Texas Tech or Texas A, they ran zone blocking. He was a tackle all the time. They never had a quarterback underneath his head. All the time he was zone. What the we complain that Chip Chip Kelly wasn't putting his quarter. We got mad because he was always in shotgun for one, and every quarterback in the NFL is usually in shotgun now. So it's like we got a guy that's Chip Kelly's guy, and we now he's gonna do this miraculous move that he wasn't playing the position that he would in college. We moved him to guard. So what do you think he's gonna fucking do now? And we want to see that, and then we wonder why he ain't playing game 8, 7, 6. We wonder why because he made a fucking switch from being something more important as a guard. If you run his zone, a guard is very, very important because he does more shit. So what do we know about that? Now that Chip Kelly's not there, we're just gonna go off and find another and Pete stays, which I doubt. I hope not. It's time, folks. I'll feel better and I'll be more energized if we do exactly what we're supposed to do. This band-aid raiderism that we have is like I say, bro, we bled out already. We're done. You know, we we got so much wounds in us is that it's embarrassing. It's like kill me already. Get rid of me already. Unload the clip in my ass. That's it. I'm done. My boy Mike is right where I'm at. I'll tell you this right now: free agency that we got to set it at Lennoxburg Center from Baltimore. We got to pay him top dollar and go get that motherfucker. Quit getting these little bullshit ass 5 guys to 1 guy. We need to get that dude. That got to be eyeball number one. Hit right off the bat. Get that center for Baltimore. He's a free agent over the. I don't give a fuck if he's $10 million over. He deserves it. Give it to him. All pro, all league, every year. Fucking center for Baltimore, Lindenberg or something like that. That's where it starts, and then the draft. Do it a couple of times. You got to spend money to be good. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at New England, top spender. We had the same amount of money, maybe 10 million less. These motherfuckers are out there because they're motivated by the coach. They're motivated on the system, and we had questions. We had questions about it. I did. I questioned our defense because Patrick Graham. And let's not hope Patrick Graham becomes our head coach. I know he was getting groomed to be, but this situation is so bad. We don't need a guy like that to be our head coach. We need a guy that's young, that's motivated, that's we have to let Spytek GM and hire his own coach. He has his reasons and his coach and his mind molded already. And I know for a fact that it doesn't add up to fucking Pete Carroll. Patrick Graham is trash too, but he's the only stability we got. The only stability we got, Mike, on this team. I don't want him. I didn't want him. I didn't want him to come back. He said no. I was happy as fuck. Here we go. My boy John Studios coming out. Tyler Linderbaum, number 2, 3, free agent, only 25 years old, already two-time Pro, bro. Would anchor the O line for 10 years, bro. Pay that man like you would do anything. You pay that motherfucker. You pay him. I don't give a shit what you do. I want to hear it. Here we go. We with Leaky. Special teams play a role. They lost the game. Special teams is a big aspect of the game. You win or lose games with special teams. We know about it. All the times we start back in our end zone for stupid ass special teams play. Get the guys. Starters are not motivated to play special teams, Pete. You used to do that shit back at USC and that old ass Seattle way. It ain't that way no more, bro. They're not gonna get hurt. They play too much. They play too much game for that. Hold on, guys. Yeah, guys. They call me in for work. Damn it. I'm gonna have to cut this short. Hey, 805, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, bro. I can't really get into this that much anymore. I got called in to do they're having something at the school that they need me for. But anyways, while it lasted, I ain't done. I ain't done. And Mike is right. Mike is hella right. Talking about all this game right here. We need a right tackle of the future. Glaze ain't it. My thing with that, Mike, is that Glaze will be a good move him to guard. Move him to guard. He gets beat by speed rushers. Robert Pena, what's up? I ain't doing this Raider shit. You know you don't mean that. Get that money. Yeah, Raider Deb, I gotta go do that. It's a responsibility I have. What's up, Paul? How you doing? They call me in for like I should have remembered, but I was all dedicated, ready to talk to you guys today. But while it lasted, it was great to talk. I'm not done. Might do another one tomorrow morning and see what's up, so they don't call me in. But peace out, everybody. I guess go Raiders, whatever it means to you. But have a wonderful rest of the day. See ya.